All right. Hey guys. So I'm just doing this for my entertainment because it's entertaining to me. So anything that I say I could be totally wrong. Or not, but whatever. Do your own research. That's why I always say do your own. I always say that. Do your own research. You know what I mean? Anyhow, or don't, right? Don't. Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to do a little video this morning. For entertainment purposes, so whatever. For my entertainment. And anyone, like I said about the icing on the cake, I mean, if you're entertained, that's okay. Why would I be opposed to that? But it's for my entertainment. I know I'm such an asshole. God, how selfish of me. Jeez, what a fucking jerk. Anyway. Oh, yeah. So, anyway, I just wanted to talk a little bit. I don't have a lot of time. This is not going to be a 45-minute video. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about, like, one of the beauties of YouTube, and I suppose, any other platform, I guess, I don't know. Well, we can get into the differences, but generally, in a general way, one of the things about like YouTube and stuff is just talking, because this is what's interesting about society, right? Is nobody listens, nobody listens, so and then they have all their reasons for not listening. Some are maybe justified, some maybe not, it almost appears as though more often than not, the reasons people in society don't listen they're not justified reasons. They're based in self-centeredness and shit, just like weird shit, is why people don't listen, right? And which is fine. I mean, I'm not complaining, or I'm not talking about any one specific person. I'm saying in a general way. And I'm not complaining. I'm just pointing out the mere fact, the observable fact that's just there, is that people don't really care to listen. And so the beauty about a platform, which I use, YouTube, is that I can talk. And I don't really have any expectation of people listening to me or not. See, I already know, right? Whereas when someone's in front of me, there's kind of an expectation of like, okay, we're communicating, so are you listening, or is there even any point in talking? Or do you just want to be heard but not listen to others, right? And it gets all complicated like that in society, like, out in the so-called real world. But here online, it's like, I don't really have any expectation of anybody listening to me either way. So it's just whatever, take it or leave it, whatever, who cares, right? So, whereas like in society, we have all these relations with people, and relations require like communication, right? Both listening and being able to clearly communicate, to relatable enough, it's not that hard to like, just relay basic ideas and stuff. But here it doesn't matter. here on YouTube, why would I care either way, you know? So I can, and also like I could talk about stuff that's important to me that isn't important in society, right? So like, what's important in society? Well, I see all these cars going by. Well, what is it? What are they doing? Where are they going? Well, they're going to, you know, to their state worker jobs and stuff like this. And you know, I mean, I don't care. I don't care. Why would I care? Why would I have any interest in I already know what's going on. It's not interesting. There's, you know, there's like important shit that's going on supposedly, you know. There's all kinds of important stuff that's going on that people should, it would be a good idea that people take some kind of action. And instead of taking action, they just keep participating in the very system that is causing the problems. That's where they're going. All these cars that are going by, I don't know if you can hear them. That's what they're all doing. They're all rushing to go continue participate in the very system that's causing all the problems that they all complain about all the time. So that, and like, so what's important in society? Well, is to continue participating in society. That's what's important to everybody. So if I'm having a conversation about this, if I'm talking to somebody about how society is just completely retarded, like this is just total retardation, you know, people are going to be upset and offended, and or all these different reasons why they're going to reject what I'm saying. Where I'm like, dude, you're totally wasting your time, like rushing off to do this and that. What are you doing? Have you ever stopped to think about where are you going? Why are you doing it? Aren't you just feeding the very system that you claim to be opposed to, you know? See, none of these people want to have these conversations at all, you know? And they have all their justifications and rationalizing as to why they're continuing to participate in the system. Well, I got a family to feed. I have a family to feed, you know. This is really important stuff I'm doing, you know. It's like, okay, all right, whatever, man. I don't know. Whatever. To each his own. But so to them, what I'm saying isn't important when I say, dude, don't you realize that this is all nonsense? This is all this is all nonsense. You don't realize this? You can't have a conversation with these people. They get upset. They're like, how dare you? This isn't nonsense. I have a family to feed. What I'm doing has a lot of meaning and purpose. It's like, okay. So I can't talk to any of them about how everything is nonsense. But I can use this platform and talk about it without any expectation of anyone listening. I don't care if you see, because the thing is if people don't listen, then that doesn't hurt me, because if what I'm saying is true, that this is all nonsense, well, the only person that they're hurting is themselves by not listening to me. Like they're just very convinced that this all is so much meaning in all of this meaningless conformity. There's so much meaning in all this meaningless conformity. Yeah. And what is it? It's usually, well, I have a family to feed, so I have to do these things because I have a family to feed. It's like, I don't know. Somebody the other day was like, we all have a choice. We all have a choice. No, I don't have a choice because I have a family to feed. I have to do this. It's like, okay. Well, then I guess it's not a free country, is it? But anyways, so even though I can't have these conversations with people out in society, I can just talk about them here, and it doesn't matter if people listen to me or not. I don't care. It's like, listen to me or don't, you know, as Richie from Boston would say, or don't. Just don't listen to me, you know. It's totally cool. I don't care, you know. But it's just funny how nobody listens. Nobody listens, you know. It's like, I love using this example. That one time where I went to this concert, and what's that guy's name who sings Great Balls of Fire? I can't remember his name, but he was at the concert, and he's like 104 years old, and he's playing the piano with his feet and singing "Goodness Gracious, Great Balls of Fire," woo! And he's like this fucking elderly dude up on stage, and I was there and I saw it, and I was like, wow, that's kind of cool, man. This fucking 104-year-old guy, dude, he's just fucking wailing on the piano, rock and roll and shit, right? And so then I get back from the concert a day or so later, and one of these pretentious like people that thinks they're better than people like me was like asking me about the concert, and I was like, oh, it's cool. That one guy from sings Great Balls of Fire was there, and he was like fucking this elderly dude, totally fucking like going crazy on the piano. It was super fun. He's like, dude, you didn't see that guy? I'm like, yeah, I did. Yeah, he was there. It was Goodness Gracious, Great Balls of Fire. He's like, no, you didn't see that. You didn't see him. He's dead. I'm like, what? Okay, no, he's not dead. He was there playing at the concert. That was him, you know. He played a whole fucking like 45-minute set, dude. No, he didn't. He's not. You didn't see him. He's dead. See, he don't want to listen to me. That person doesn't want to. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how right I am. He's already convinced that I'm wrong. You know? Like he's dead. It couldn't be like where he's like, isn't he dead? It wasn't that. It wasn't like, what? Isn't that guy dead? The guy that sings Great Balls of Fire, I thought he was. It wasn't that. It was like, no, he's dead. Like, no, he's not dead. Yeah, he is. He's dead. Well, this is society, dude. This is society. They don't ever want to admit that they're wrong or have an open mind and be like, well, is that guy? I thought that guy was dead. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought he was dead. No, you know, they don't want to like think in terms of that way where maybe they're wrong. You know, that's why I always say any and everything that I say could be wrong. So do your own research. I always say that too. Do your own research. But oh no, it wasn't like, isn't he dead? It wasn't that. It was like, no, he's dead. You didn't see him. So I'm just this total like insane, like I'm having these schizophrenic hallucinations and shit. That's his whole view is that I'm just this insane, you know, schizophrenic lunatic who's hallucinating all this shit, and I'm just totally stupid. So when really it's him that's the stupid one, you know. But did he ever admit once it was like proven like, no, he's alive? Did he ever admit and be like, oh, how silly of me, dude? Like I'm having a Biden moment. Why would I even say that? You know? No, instead of admitting that, it's just like nothing happens. Like whatever. Moving on to the next fucking ignorant, fucking stupid, fucking like, you know, that's all it is. And these are the people that are in control of everything. They're in control of all the jobs, all these meaningless jobs that everybody's going to because they have a family to feed and all this shit. But again, you can't have these conversations out in society because everything is about fitting into society. You don't question society, you just go along with it. Everybody just goes along with it. Anybody who questions it, like, dude, isn't this retarded? Everybody stops and is like, looks at him like, and then wants to explain how this all makes sense. All this makes so much sense. All this has so much meaning because I have a family to feed and all this shit. It's like, so anyways, that's the beauty of this is I can just say whatever the fuck I want. And I don't care if people are listening or not. Like, why would I care? If people want to believe that there's all this meaning and all this fucking meaninglessness, fucking diarrhea of conformity, if they want to believe that, go ahead. You know, I would imagine the end result is not going to be very good, you know, ultimately. You know. The raising of families, you know, all this shit. It's all bullshit. A meaningless life of conformity, you know, the raising of families, being dutiful, and, you know, working real hard at what? Doing what? You know, at building, you know, obsolete products like phones that'll break after you use them for a month or whatever it is, you know. So anyways, I got to get going. See y'all later.